Hello, my name is José Ángel Segura, and I'm here to present a study that I have conducted together with my PhD tutor, Cristina Huertas and Javier Palacios. We are all part of the University of Córdoba, and this study analyzes how deaf students can learn English as a foreign language using cooperative techniques, in particular Jigsaw and Fan-n-Pick, which addresses the importance of cooperative learning in fostering inclusion and improving outcomes for deaf students. Throughout the presentation, we will explore the most relevant aspect of how English is taught to deaf students, the difficulties they face, and how active methodologies can help them. Today, English has acquired an important role over the world. It has become the current lingua franca, used not only as means of communication but also as essential tool for solving global problems. For students, the ability to master English is essential, as it allows them to interact smoothly with people of diverse culture and nationalities. In recent years, there has been an increase in the number of deaf students actively participating in formal education. Recognizing the importance of learning foreign languages. However, for this student, learning English as a foreign language poses a significant challenge due to sensory barriers and lack of adapted resources. Despite this, their participation is crucial for full inclusion in a globalized society. One of the most problems faced by deaf students is the lack of adapted teaching material and specific methodologies. Most textbooks are designed for hearing students, which makes learning difficult for students with sensory disabilities. In addition, teachers often have little experience working with deaf students, which make the difficulties in the classroom bigger. Cooperative learning is presented as an effective methodology to foster inclusion and collaboration among students, including those with hearing disabilities. A huge number of studies have demonstrated the positive aspect or the positive effect of this methodology, especially when specific techniques such Jigsaw and Fan-n-Pick are applied, which facilitate group learning and promote active participation. The term deafness refers to different degrees and type of hearing loss. Deafness can be mild or profound, which significantly affect the ability to process language information. Deaf students may need specialized services to access education properly. The development of the third language plays a critical role in learning other languages. Cognitive connection between L1 and additional language are essential for language acquisition. A skill like grammar and vocabulary often transfer from L1 to other languages, making it easier for a student to learn a second or third language. Early exposure to language is crucial for this process. Many deaf students experience language delay due to the sensory barriers that limit their exposure to language. Students raised in an environment without a clear language foundation tend to struggle with the grammar acquisition, and this is particularly true for students born to hearing parents who may have limited access to the sign language in the early years. Deaf students are often multilingual. Depending on their exposure to different languages, they may use sign language as their first language, followed by a spoken national language and then a foreign language like English. This language diversity offers them a significant academic and professional advantages. Deaf students use a range of communication methods. Sign language is their natural language with its own grammatical and structure. Additionally, techniques like finger spelling and bimodal communication combined with the use of hearing technologies such as hearing aids or cochlear implants improve their communication abilities. Teaching foreign language to deaf students is a relatively new and evolving field. However, these students face unique challenges such as difficulties acquiring vocabulary due to a limited repertoire in their national language. The development of skill in a third language is influenced by the mastery of the first and second languages. Several factors influence third language learning in deaf students, such as cognitive style, learning strategies, and motivation. Limitation in working memory and auditory memory can also impact language acquisition, along with the factor like timing of hearing loss diagnosis and early exposure to language. Theories of second language acquisition are also relevant to deaf learning. These theories suggest that language is acquired through meaningful interaction and comprehensible input. In addition, the transfer of elements from their first language, like sign language, is common when learning a foreign language. It is important to adapt the curriculum for deaf students by using visual material like graphic and caption videos, which help improve vocabulary retention and understanding of grammar rule. The use of technology, including hearing aids and educational apps, increase in student motivation and engagement. A small group instruction and sign language use also help ensure accessibility and effective learning. Effective methods include pseudo-glossodidactics, universal design for learning, and text-based approach, all adapted to enhance instruction for deaf students. In terms of communication method, the use of total communication and cue speech enriches comprehension by combining visual and auditory languages. The use of written language is also key, providing a permanent resource for home study and improving retention of information. Finally, positive reinforcement and continuous assessment are essential to improve student performance and confidence. Cooperative learning is a structured teaching approach using a small group, as defined by Johnson and his colleagues. This approach is based on students working together to achieve a common goal, promoting positive interdependence and individual responsibility. In the context of Spanish curriculum, Article 7 of Decree 101 recommends the use of cooperative learning in the teaching of English, although it does not specify particular techniques. This approach is aligned with the Common European Framework of Reference for Languages, which adopts an action-oriented approach where learners develop their communicative competence through the completion of tasks. Cooperative learning facilitates the development of communicative competence, helping to reduce the affective filter and retain language more effectively. It promotes teamwork, conflict resolution, and social interaction, creating a more inclusive and collaborative learning environment. Additionally, it is effective in a mixed ability classroom, allowing students to learn from each other. The Jigsaw technique is a strategy within cooperative learning. This technique allows a student to work in base group and expert group to collaborate and teach part of the material to each other. It has 7 essential steps in implementing this technique, from group formation to final assessment. Jigsaw fosters cooperation among students, enhances their confidence and autonomy, and reduces conflict within the classroom, making it a valuable technique for teaching English in a collaborative learning context. The Jigsaw technique offers several benefits. First, it reduces conflict and encourages cooperation among students. It also improves academic performance and knowledge retention, which benefits the student of all ability levels. In addition, it promotes independent learning and increased self-confidence, which are essential for success in learning English. However, it also has some drawbacks. On the one hand, students must be familiar with the procedure, otherwise it could slow down the teaching process. On the other hand, adequate teaching training and practice time management are required for its proper implementation. The Fan-n-Pick technique, developed by Spencer and Keegan, is a cooperative learning model in which students use a card game. Roles are constantly rotated to ensure the participation of all students. This method focuses on the development of communication skills, teamwork, and social skills, allowing students to solve problems in an interactive and dynamic way. The benefits of Fan-n-Pick include improve communication and language skill, as well as increase confidence and social interaction. It also fosters a greater student motivation and engagement. It does, however, present some challenges as a noise in the classroom, which can hinder the learning, and the need for constant supervision to prevent students from copying answers. Teaching English as a third language to deaf students involve particular challenges. First, they have limited access to the auditory aspect of the language, which makes comprehension of spoken English very difficult. In addition, the limited vocabulary in their national language complicate learning new English words and expressions. Since they rely primarily on written language, this becomes their primary means of communication. Grammar is also a considerable challenge, both in their national language and in the foreign language, which can quickly demotivate them. Finally, deafness learning may have a difficulty in using words correctly in social and cultural contexts, as their language experiences are more limited. The cooperative technique employed in this study were shown to be effective in overcoming some of the difficulties. The Fan-n-Pick technique allows deaf students to practice vocabulary in teams while receiving visual and oral support from their peers, encouraging their oral participation at the time. In addition, this technique facilitates dynamic repetition of vocabulary in different contexts, which improve their comprehension in both their L2 and L3. On the other hand, the Jigsaw technique promotes the use of written language, which is a fundamental for these students who may feel more comfortable working in an environment where oral and written language coexist. This technique can also increase their motivation, especially during the grammar session. And finally, although the opportunity to apply the vocabulary in real context may be limited, the final task can allow them to practice what they have learned in more functional and realistic situations. Thank you very much for your attention. If you have any question, I will be happy to answer you. You can contact me through my email shown on the screen. It has been a pleasure to share with you the result of this study and how cooperative learning has benefited our deaf student in English acquisition. Thank you. That was all.